Hi, this is Honey Dijon, and welcome to my living room. Well, actually, this is A1 Records, but I like to pretend it's my living room because I'm so comfortable when I'm in a record store. It's like...
Well, whose jacket is that?
Oh. You can edit that out.
Of course.
This is the legendary Honey Dijon. I've been asked to curate the music for the Stonewall National Monument Visitor Center, the birthplace of the LGBTQ+ liberation movement in America.
There is a little bar in the Greenwich Village called the Stonewall.
They know we're here. It's the police mostly that don't like it.
Darling, I want my gay rights now!
I was interested in taking on this curative project because it touched on something that is very dear to my heart, which is rebellion and affirmation, which was Stonewall, through a different lens, through the musical lens. I've dedicated my entire life to this and learning about the history of this. If you don't know what was played at Stonewall, how can you play for people today? You have to do the homework. We visibly know what it looks like, but what did it sound like? What was the soundtrack to these people's lives? I chose things that I thought would reflect the temperature of the time that have withstood the test of time. One of the most beloved records at the Stonewall Inn was I Heard It Through the Grapevine. And what I love about this, to me, it speaks in code about how the queer community used to communicate with each other at a time when there was severe oppression to be gay and queer or trans. In 1969, it was illegal to be gay. It was illegal to dress in the clothing of the opposite gender. You know, all the raids if you were dancing too close together, and that's why, you know, they would change the music to pretend like they weren't gay spaces. So I Heard It Through the Grapevine could be where to go to feel safe. There were a lot of drag parties and balls hidden in the underground. All of that was word of mouth. So you heard it through the grapevine. Where to find trade, you heard it through the grapevine. Marsha P. Johnson recalls that it was Marvin Gaye's I Heard It Through the Grapevine playing on the jukebox the moment the police burst in. And for Marsha to remember that that was the song playing out of everything else that was going on tells you about the power of music right then and there. These queer people had nothing, but they had the music. Even though there was all of this oppression, there was also joy. For queer people, club spaces are safe spaces for freedom of expression without judgment and oppression. When the world beats us down, we still have the capacity to laugh and love and create beauty.
This is Nancy's first march.
Oh, really? It's my first sexual march. Oh. Why are you doing it?
The music that I love from that time is really soul music in the essence that it talks about the human experience.
It's lonely, and this gives me a feeling of community. Good. I'm glad you're with us. Hi, Mom.
I think the reason why they touch you so deeply is a mirror of affirmation of what you're going through in life or what your hopes and dreams are. I want a better life, or I want to feel free, or I don't want to hide anymore, or I want to be loved, or I want to show love, or I want to express love. When I think about that community at that time, when, you know, how radical love was as a concept. How do you love when the world tells you that you're not lovable? How do you love when the world tells you your humanity isn't real? How do you love unapologetically? So I love the fact that these songs that were at Stonewall were about love, because love is radical. Love is not easy, love is unapologetic, love is an act of rebellion, love is complicated. But isn't that why we're all here? To express love? You know, this idea that the work is done is an illusion, and that we're all free is an illusion. It is not reality. We have to fight every day for our humanity. And the Stonewall Uprising is the template. And we can still learn a lot from that.
I think it's about time the gay brothers and sisters got their rights.
Liberation and freedom looks like you and me. Looks like you and me.
You can't get complacent because while they're distracting us, they're still passing laws to eradicate us. I hope the visitors discover what liberation sounds like. I hope they discover what freedom sounds like. I hope they discover message music, conscious music, protest music. We need to learn from the past. Like I said, you can't know where you're going if you don't know where you've been.